What's up, everybody? It's your boy Carlos Alberto Ojeda Jr, aka Chew, and I have a very special alert. All right, this is the Cool Speaker alert, brand new Cool Speaker alert, but this is special alert, more special than the other one. I love the other people, but this one's personal because it's my homegirl, my niece, like my eldest daughter. This is the one, the only TaLisa Ramos. Welcome to the Cool Speak family officially.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited. I'm
I
excited to be here.
I literally, you can hear the people just applauding that you have arrived.
In the back, in the back.
You hear them. TaLisa, I'm so excited to have you here. It is genuinely. I'm not going to get emotional. This is going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. But I am super happy that you're a part of our family, and that you're bringing your wonderful and unique voice to our audiences and to our universe. So on behalf of the CoolSpeak family and the CoolSpeak universe and everyone that we serve, welcome, because we're super excited to have you here. And the way I usually like to start this off is every great speaker has an origin story. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go right to the origin story. So, TaLisa, every great speaker has a story. They've got an experience or moment that shaped who they are, their message, and the work that they do. What's your origin story?
Yeah. Oh, we're getting deep quick, right? So I grew up in a Puerto Rican family that was very intentional about carrying our culture from the shores of our ancestral lands to where they settled in Pennsylvania and embedded it throughout our everyday lives, right? So through storytelling, through music, through food and culture, laughter, community. I learned early on that culture was more than tradition, that it was memory, that it was medicine, and a roadmap to home, right? And so, I grew up in navigating challenges. I was raised by a single mother in a city that was really heavily impacted by violence, by poverty, and many other social issues. But when I look back, what I remember most isn't honestly the hardships. I remember the humanity. I remember the brilliance of the village that raised me, and I remember the people who loved me into the becoming that I was. And so, my mother was my greatest advocate. She believed in me before I could believe in myself. She was such a believer in higher education. And so I was the first in my family to go to college. And when I arrived on campus, I remember looking around in my classes and in my dorm, and I found myself in spaces where I really saw people who looked like me or had similar backgrounds or experiences. And I spent so much energy on trying to become what I thought those spaces wanted me to be, and what I thought needed to be and looked like success. And so eventually I was academically dismissed and I returned home. And going home, that was the pivotal moment for me. It was like a reminder of who I was. It reminded me of the wisdom of my family, my community, the love that they poured into me. And it reminded me that my culture was never something that I needed to leave behind in order to be successful. It was everything that was going to carry me forward. And so it taught me that our roots are not obstacles to success, but the foundation for it and of it. So it was my returning of home, and I think that is my origin story.
And you know what? The last part that you said is so important because I feel like so many young people feel like they have to sacrifice their culture for success, and that
Yeah.
they are mutually exclusive, and that is not truth. You're a living testament. I've watched you grow up. I was there for the culture experience, the music, the food, the faith, all of it. Just in the blended, and in the most difficult moments, it gives us strength and the tenacity to move forward. And you're a living testament to that. It is a beautiful thing to remember the young girl playing soccer to the amazing, beautiful woman gracing the stages. And and when you're on that stage, has there been a moment that reminded you why this work matters? Has there been a moment with an audience member that you just like, wow, this is why I do what I do?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like I feel like every time I'm on the stage or I'm like facilitating a workshop, like the ancestors have a way of putting me in places where I can leave messages where people need to hear. And so actually most recently um I had a student who came up to me. I was in Trenton, and they came up to me after my talk and my keynote, and she was so excited to hear that her keynote was Puerto Rican, and she was even more excited that I was a mental health therapist. Because that was the field that she wanted to go into, but she never.
Oh.
What she told me was she never saw a therapist that looked like me, or talked like her, and so she was really interested about like the journey to get there. And it was beautiful. We had a beautiful like connection and discussion about her dreams and her hopes and where she wants to go, and just had the moment to like pour into her in that space. And so I think it was healing all around, right? It was healing for her, and it was also healing for me to be like, wow, like how can I show up in spaces where if little TaLisa like needed to hear a message, what would it be, and what could I pass along? And so sometimes I'm doing that, and I'm getting the chance to do that in these spaces, and it's so beautiful.
And you know what? That's the thing that most people in our audience don't ever understand, that we get as much out of them as they're possibly getting from us.
Yeah.
That this experience is super cathartic. It's humbling. You never know who's in the audience that might just connect. And I know for a fact that you recently had someone in the audience that you weren't expecting. I think at Penn State University. Can you tell us a little bit about that moment? That I felt like it was a full circle moment for you.
Oh my goodness. I've had a couple, so I'm hoping this is the one that you're talking about.
It's one that
Um,
we share. It's a
oh
ridiculous
my gosh.
coincidence.
Yes, actually, okay, absolutely. Yep, I remember. Yep. So, most recently, I did a keynote for a leadership, student leadership for Pennsylvania. And shout out to Rise, because they brought me there to kind of come back home and share my story. I'm from Reading, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and so
You're just a kid
um,
from Reading.
I'm just a kid from
Just a
Reading,
kid
and
from Reading.
listen, and I had the chance to share my story on that stage in front of, oh my gosh, I think there was like around 200, maybe, I don't know, maybe even 300 students in the audience. And I'm getting off the stage, and on the right side, they had individuals who were in community organizations, educational and career organizations that were there. And I had somebody come up to me and said, "Excuse me, can I talk to you real quick?" And she was like, "What was your name again?" And I was like, "TaLisa Ramos." And she goes, "Wait a second, do you remember me?" And I looked at her and I was like, "Oh no, I hate when this happens, when I don't remember the person is here." I was like, "I apologize. Can you remind me?" She was like, "You don't remember me? I used to take you to college visits and all of." And here it was Myrna Fuchs, right? And she helped me. She was a part of Trio, and she reached out to me when I was in high school. She changed my life. I get emotional thinking about it because she's changed the trajectory for my entire family. I
Yeah.
would not be doing what I did without her pushing me and giving me access to higher ed spaces.
God, blessed are those people
Mm.
that do this work. And the reason it's so wild is because Myrna did the same thing for me. And without Myrna, I may never have been sent on a trajectory to enter your life and become part of your family, and you to become part of mine. And then to know, and I had no idea that she did the same for you. You blew my mind that day. I was crying and laughing, and I was blown away. But blessed are those individuals that are out there doing this kind of work, and bless you for the work that you do when you inspire and reconnect, and do what the ancestors put you on this earth to do. So, TaLisa, I got a question for you. Can we play a game? You know, me and my family, we love game nights. You know what we do here. I got a
Yeah.
really cool game I want you to play with me.
Okay.
All right, it's the CoolSpeak hot seat. All right,
Okay.
once it turns on, you're gonna see the clock. It's gonna start ticking down. You've got to answer as many of these questions as I throw them at you. The first thing that pops in your head. Are you ready?
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'm ready. I'm
here we
ready.
go. Here we go. Okay, what's the first word that comes to your mind when you hear CoolSpeak?
Familia.
All right, which CoolSpeak speaker would you love to co-present with?
Natty.
Walk on music before a keynote.
Oh my God. Any Bad Bunny song.
Favorite city you've spoken in?
I gotta say back home Reading and then Steelton, Pennsylvania.
Still dope. Keynote or workshop?
Keynote.
Keynote. Big auditorium or small classroom?
Mm, small classroom. That's where the magic happens.
Favorite audience to speak to?
First generation college students.
Most intimidating audience to speak to?
My middle schoolers, because they will humble me.
they,
They
they
will
are
humble me.
ruthless and beautiful at the same time. What word that describes your speaking style?
Ooh, I'm gonna say rooted. Rooted.
What's one topic you could talk about all day long?
Decolonizing mental health.
What was your dream job when you were a kid?
I wanted to be an orthodontist.
If you could instantly master one skill, what would it be?
Hands down, cooking like my abuela.
Oh, girlfriend. If your life had a theme song, what would it be?
Oh, it would be a song by Cleo Soul. I think Rose in the Dark. Rose in the Dark by Cleo Soul.
Oh my God, I love her. 1 week, unlimited budget, where do you go?
I'm always going home. I'm back in Puerto Rico.
Darn straight, baby. La Isla del Encanto, window or aisle seat?
Aisle. Always.
Morning or night person?
Night.
Favorite season of the year?
Fall.
Yes, fall. We love the fall.
We love
Fall
the
is
fall.
everything. Here we go. TaLisa, you survived the hot seat. You killed it. You've set the bar. Everyone else has got to try and beat you. All right.
Right.
So you're here and
Mm-hmm.
you've made it with CoolSpeak. What do
Yes.
you think your message? Why do you think your message fits with the CoolSpeak family?
Oh man. Yeah, I think I've been connected to CoolSpeak. I've had the blessing and opportunity to watch you in that space. And I've always said this, like I feel like now more than ever, like this past decade, like our paths are like intertwining right now, right? And so since 2020, like I've witnessed CoolSpeak, and just watched them work, and it was just so different. It was so different from any other programming I've seen, any facilitation, any conferences that was being held by. It was just different. And I realized like the difference of that was love. Like CoolSpeak loves what it does. And that is total alignment like with my heart work, right? Of pouring into students, pouring into the professionals that support those students, whether it's educators, staff in schools and universities, or like health and mental health educators and practitioners. And so I saw that alignment, and that's why I felt like, oh, this feels like home. Like it felt like home. And I just got there and I'm like, this is familiar. And it's because we're rooted in a place of love.
Yeah, man, love is all about. This is my new T-shirt, Talisa. Look, my new
Yeah.
T-shirt. It's all about the love inside CoolSpeak. We really do believe
Yeah.
that. Now, our clients often come to us because
Yeah.
they're dealing with real serious challenges in their schools.
Mm.
It could be at the university level, middle school, high school. It could be dealing with parents or even with other professionals. Which pain point do you feel most equipped to address for them, and why?
Oh, that's beautiful. I think, I've had the blessing of working in so many different spaces, in mental health spaces, from emergency rooms to crisis work, to school social work, and then in the higher ed space. as an administrator, as a care manager in residence life. And in all those spaces, I felt like it's created this opportunity for me to blend and marry my passion and love for education and mental health, especially like with a specific focus in cultivating trauma-informed spaces, where our students, where our community members, our staff, our educators, that they can come in as their whole self, that they're not leaving parts of themselves at the door. And so if individuals are looking for, or communities or schools are looking to bring somebody in who can help and support them in creating trauma-informed awareness, strategic planning, support, professional development, while being grounded in cultural work and identity, and making sure that people feel centered in the spaces that they're in. That's where I come in providing that support in those spaces.
So let me ask you the last question.
Yeah.
If a school is considering you and bringing you
Yeah.
in, what's one thing you want them to understand about what the TaLisa Ramos experience will be for their company, for their school, for their students, for their audience? What's the experience going to be like?
Yeah. I think if somebody is considering bringing me into their community space, which is such an honor to be able to have that, right? And to be in community, I would want them to know that they're not simply just bringing in a keynote speaker or a facilitator, but they're inviting a community collaborator. One of the things that matters most to me is understanding the people that I'll be serving before I even step on the stage or in the classroom. I want to know who the students are, what they're celebrating, what they're navigating, what's unique to that community. So my approach is never one size fits all. Like, I believe in really cultivating meaningful experience where people feel seen, where they feel heard, and providing spaces for reflection. And so, they can expect laughter. They can expect storytelling, and honest conversations about difficult topics, sometimes topics that we're not used to having. And they can expect from that as well hope and joy and moments that remind people of their own strength.
And sometimes some music too, right? Sometimes.
I need the music.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I got to bring the culture with me.
You got to bring it. Ladies and gentlemen, TaLisa Ramos, the newest CoolSpeaker to join our family. Book her, bring her to your school. Check out the blogs. You listen to her music. Watch her dance. Watch her bring honor to her ancestor than ours. TaLisa, on behalf of everyone here at CoolSpeak, thank you for bringing your energy to our energy. I think it's going to be amazing.
Thank you. I agree. I can't wait. And I can't wait to meet you all.
Yeah. Take care, TaLisa.
Bye.